creating a live broadcast. Oh my god.
That's how that works.
Are we doing it?
God. I think we are. Are we Gucci?
Did we do it?
Did we do it? Did I do it?
Let's see. Can everyone hear us? Can we hear ourselves?
It is showing live.
It is showing live, yes. All right.
Pulling it up right now because I'm a professional and I totally had this up.
It's almost like we are plagued constantly by a certain clan and their curse, and I'm trying to be nice about it and supportive.
I resemble that curse.
You don't have to.
It's the only legitimate bane.
Is
you guys all get off.
Is it the only legitimate bane? Really?
Yeah. Name me one other bane that's like instantly like will screw you as much as no technology.
I would say Ravnos have it pretty rough.
No, no. You just gotta say somewhere else. And you're immortal.
Look, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be
How do you feel about that, Lou?
I mean,
like we're doing okay.
I mean, it would be pretty awful for me to have to move every night. So
right.
I mean, the Hecata's painful bite.
I mean,
you could just drink blood via other vessels,
or you just find somebody who's into it.
Yeah.
Either
way, good.
That's a permanent thing. You can't just be like, I'm gonna do a sneaky sip.
You can. It's not ethical by any means to you just drug someone and then you take their blood, or you go to
I mean,
you go to a bank and you take the blood. Or animals. You can still drink animal blood.
Oh, yes. I like the thought process of grabbing a cat and feeding off it while it's in screaming pain. That sounds like a great idea.
You're sick.
I'm just saying. I'm saying grabbing any animal.
You're the one that picked the most knifey animal.
Yeah. I believe if a cow is in that much amount of pain, everyone's going to know.
Are you just trying to pick a knifey animal so that the fight is fair somewhat? Or is it just
because
the cat is
like.
close to
the most common animal you can find?
That's exactly what it sounds like.
Either cat,
I only want to feed off of
or
an
like a
animal that I have to
raccoon.
Yeah.
I think we vamped enough. Jesus Christ. So hello, we are here with the end of our second story arc with Shadows over Salem. So we're here to talk about that shit, yo.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Mike upstairs on the layout is the lovely storyteller, and then I'm one of the players. The ghost voice is James. They are also one of the other players, and Lou is also one of the players. And then Chase is here to, I am assuming, try to herd this pack of cats.
Meow.
Oh, is that my job? I'm the wrong person for this job.
I know. I'm one of the cats.
The way that Sarah just narrated that whole intro, I think the main individual that can handle cats here, you should be considered one of them. So, meow.
But they are one of the
cats
cats.
all the time.
I said main individual who could be considered one of them. And then put all the smoke on Chase.
All right. Let me dive into this role.
The dive.
So, Mike, what was your process in creating this chronicle?
So really quick, first and foremost, I want to give a quick apology to everybody out there. I was not available for most of these episodes. Had a lot of stuff going on in real life. Multiple things came at me at the same time. I apologize. I really didn't get a chance to enjoy this like the rest of you. So I want to apologize, and at the same time, thank everybody who tuned in. All of us greatly appreciate it. All of us on screen and behind the scenes put in a bunch of hard work into this. I greatly enjoyed every minute of it. So that's first and foremost. Secondly, when we got together as the cavalcade of individuals you see before you, we were looking at ideas for campaigns to put together. And at the same time that we were doing Blood and Jazz, we were looking at a secondary game. And I asked the players that wanted to get involved to give me a heads up as to not only the type of story you want told, but in the location. And I feel comparing it to our first campaign, it's definitely significantly different in multiple ways. The primary thing that came out to me from the other players was they wanted a story that was Lovecraftian-esque. So I did a bunch of research to certain points in the country, and obviously the northeast of the United States is heavily dipped in that type of lore. And then after going over several locations, decided on Lynn, Massachusetts, basically because you don't really have stories in that section as much as how Salem stands out, how Boston, Massachusetts stands out, how even lower parts of Maine, Pennsylvania. So it's in the area, but it's not in the area, and it can be something that can be molded and crafted to whatever the players wanted to imprint upon that. And they had a very heavy influence as far as the locations, NPCs, how the story actually progressed.
Oh yeah. So piggybacking off of that, it was a collaborative effort on creating the setting. So for the characters, what was your thought process on making players, making people for this this game?
Did one of you guys want to go first, or?
Well, for me, my character, I wanted to make them somebody that was a resident, not somebody that was like, transient to Lynn. He's, I wanted him to have like some roots there. So, the decision to, I think basically the fact that I wanted to play Hecata, and I had this idea of playing somebody that was, like not pretending to be a medium, but somebody that, is occult based, and somebody that, has had a history pre-embrace to, to that kind of, genre and lifestyle, and being into, astrology and horoscopes and, tarot cards. And, so basically I had that mindset of like, okay, well, if he's going to be established, then give him, let's let him have a business that, he, that he runs. And, that's his, that his, like his roots are set, here. He's been here for a long time. So let's just, let's make a business and, at least branch out from there as to, whether or not, the other players are, willing to stick around, or willing to, understand that like this guy is not willing to do anything to ruin what he's built up. So let's see what everybody else comes up with,
Oh, James?
Yeah, Sasha, I had Sasha formed for a while before the game came up, and I helped craft some of the details I'd already come up with him around Mike's story and the setting that we came up with. Like, I thought the graffiti artist slash parkour artist and also ministry individual was interesting. I've never played a ministryman before. It's the first time. Actually, I think most of the characters that I've played for Lagniappe, the first time I played that clan, Maxime was my first Gangrel, and Sasha was my first SETI. A lot of this was crafted around because some of the details of like his flock and all that, like the movement he wanted to start, that came about before that. Like that was one of his formative bits that he just was one of those like, we need to like think of a world that doesn't have the masquerade, because this is not going to go well one way or another. Yeah, a lot of the world formed him because he was like, I think like half done, probably would be the accurate way to put that. But yeah.
Cool. I guess we're getting to me now. So my my choices for Alexis is a weird combo of I have a big interest in like horror and Lovecraft stories, and I'm always really into like horror detective whodunits, like freaking like there's Kolchak, there's like Into the Mouth of Madness, that kind of stuff, and then I'm also really into like Rust Belt horror. I think there's some really interesting themings and plot points that can come up from just just the collapsing of industrial Americana and just kind of what that leaves open, especially in the context of cosmic horror. So yeah, I was just like, what if I played a kind of jaded detective type, but instead of being like, I'm a grizzled dude that has a military background, or I'm a grizzled ex-cop, that kind of trope, I decided to play a very jaded, untrusting sex worker who became a private detective. So that's what happened. I was like, what if you throw somebody who grew up in opioid crisis Ohio, and then was just like, what if we added eldritch abominations on that?
Hell yeah.
I come up with fun ideas that are not traumatizing at all.
No comment.
Rude.
So we went on quite a journey for season one, right?
Yeah, that, if I'm correct, that covered like less than a week of time, right?
Yeah.
Almost up to a week. You had at least 2 to 3 episodes that encompass the same evening.
Yep.
But to be fair, again, it's not like the other story that just got told. It's a much more intimate, much more personable group of coterie members that it's not really focusing on the sect. It's focusing on your town and your area specifically.
Yeah, and
also, let's be real. If we're talking time dilation, nothing beats The Longest Night.
We played that in real time. Jesus Christ.
That was
it's not a contest.
So long.
Oh,
no.
I created a lot of anxiety with the characters.
No, it's great.
Yeah, that's not a comment on story. That's just oh man, that night lasted forever.
Oh, no. Here's the thing. Because I believe maybe we hadn't expressly said it, and I think it's going to come out as we produce more storylines as a troupe, that we had agreed to have all of our storylines kind of coexist roughly in the same universe.
Yeah.
So things that people are doing in one storyline could cross over and affect things in others, and Mike did
things inserted that came up that can definitely insinuate that.
Yeah.
Oh, is Sasha's fuckery with the Masquerade gonna affect the New Orleans game? Oh no.
The Lagniappe cinematic universe.
Well, it is good that Chase is here, because Chase can give their opinion on
I like the Easter
certain things that popped up in episodes
that Lou always puts in.
Oh, Easter egg.
Oh, eggs. We love
and
them.
then it was really fun watching, and then there is a lot of differences between Blood and Jazz and Maviance. Like just like you said, size of the table. You're able to dive a lot deeper into each individual.
I still love you, James.
Really cool. And you're right. Blood and Jazz is a little bit more political in season 1, with dealing with the sex and stuff like that. But both quality stories, both very different, and it's fun to see like the same players have very different characters, like
range. A lot of range.
Cedric is very much like a free spirit, and then compared to who you play, you're very grounded, very businessman, very level-headed.
Yeah, he's not a it was polar opposite, because Ravnos have the the compulsion of like you have to do things in a very daring way, and you have to take risks, and whether they make sense or not, like you can't help it. As to where Rolando is very like level-headed, and he basically will not take a chance. Like he'll do the exact opposite. Like somebody else take that opportunity to get themselves into trouble. I'll be over here, hopefully able to help.
Yeah,
and holding down a business and
the ways that
paying bills.
it's
you know.
different.
I think-
like Mike. I'm sorry, James. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think we stated this in like the one time we were able to do a family brunch. If it wasn't Rolando and it was Cedric in this coterie, we all would have packed up in a car and gotten the fuck out. I would have just fucking left. We would have been like,
Would have been a really
Peace.
quick campaign.
like leave.
Would have been on the road.
Yeah.
We might have grabbed Sue's kid, and then after that, it'd just be like, well, we'll drop you off at DHS somewhere else.
Yeah. Speaking of Sue's kid, the differences between the games. Like I gave you guys characters you could adopt and be nice to, like Grace, that you refuse to, even though she's nice, but you immediately adopt I can't think of his name right now.
Here's
Adopt
the, okay,
or
here's
the
the fundamental
have someone
difference.
clung to your leg like a spider monkey.
Yeah. Here's the fundamental difference on the whole situation, at least from me as a player in the character situations. With Moira and Grace, Moira is going to, and that's stuff you and I've talked about behind scenes, and once we get around to doing season 2, Moira is going to do some instructing with Grace, but because Grace is technically legally an adult and does have live family around, there's going to be a big sit-down conversation of, why did you make these choices and not consult me at all? You know, the person who would be an expert in the situation could guide you in a way that might be beneficial for everybody. As opposed to Alex, who has literally just enough understanding of kindred society to get by, and that's it. And Sue's child is
Robert.
younger,
Robert.
is a minor, is actually kid, is baby. And
he's a teenager, right? So
yes,
Yeah.
a very young teenager. And
yeah.
Alex already has a lot of caregiver trauma, and she's super not fucking interested in having this kid around, particularly because she's like exactly aware of how dangerous everything is, and is just like, this being needs to get gone. I am going to keep them safe in the interim, but this needs to not be here. And I might have some conversations with Mike behind scenes if and when we get around to season 2 about what precisely will be happening with the child.
It's a group effort.
You say that, but I'm
With a
also
child
playing a Gangrel.
and the house
You
and a multitude of other things that came on. with
true.
that.
I'm
So,
just saying, I kind of make a habit of when I've played Gangrel characters of leaning into the Gangrel, like, I don't take shit.
you can roll however
And,
you want.
You know, I'm gonna do this because I think it's correct, and unless you can actually give me a really good reason why I shouldn't do this, I'm going to do it.
You do you.
Okay.
The
Just
story
a
is
fair
going to be
warning,
told
so,
either
you
way.
know, things might happen.
As they
'Cause
should.
I think I've gained the reputation as a group of, like, Sarah tends to play the straight man in the group, and I'm just like, all right.
Things
Yeah, I wouldn't
can
say
evolve
in
in a
this.
multitude of ways.
Yeah, I wouldn't say in this case you're the straight man.
No,
But,
that,
you know,
no.
That's Rolando.
I
yeah.
mean, Rolando's not straight, but that's fine.
I mean, he's not.
It's definitely not Sasha.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not me. It's definitely not Sasha. Sasha's just been like chaos gremlin.
Throwing shade left and right.
I literally almost shot Sasha in character several times.
You did. You did.
Mm-hmm. Only
Hit him
thing
with
that
a car.
stopped her was the fact that it would have just made him horny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, no, if I do this, I'm going to give him the satisfaction, so
Right.
no.
Bully me, I'll come.
Kind of.
God damn it. I'm glad other people find this dynamic funny. Because
It's fantastic.
James and I hang out in person because, you know, we live in the same city and all that. And god damn it, for ha-has, they have brought this up just in person. I'm like, we are in public.
You 100% thought this would be funny.
It's
I
a
do, but I
relationship.
am also aware of the character I'm playing opposite of you, and I'm like, if I attack you, in public with no context for anybody else, I'm gonna look insane.
It's a relationship that has had multiple examples in a public setting and in a coterie setting that has had several different reactions to the same implication that Sasha has pushed upon Alex. And handling the situations has been half of the fucking hilarity. So I feel it's a perfect fucking dynamic. And if anybody's a straight man in this situation, it is the unstraight man in Rolando.
Rolando, please help me. Dear God. You're just like, look, you're like, you can take all the attention. That's great. I don't have to deal with it. I'm just like,
the thing is, like, Rolando's like, she can handle herself. You know,
Yeah.
he'll throw in the, you know, like, all right, cut the shit, you know, Sasha, but but when it comes down to it, nobody's going to be able to handle him any better than you would be. So
can you just like put a ghost in him?
I don't know.
To get him to shut the fuck up
heard
or something?
a little
Season
birdie say that, you know, maybe there's something around the corner that can control the party.
Fucking okay.
Sasha's gonna try to fuck whatever that is too.
We have talked. This is slowly getting to spoilers territories. We're not going to give away anything, but we've had a discussion of things behind the scenes. And God damn it.
Yeah, maybe, you know, other people in the Lagniappe Crew, you know, playing villains in this story.
Yeah. Hey guys, do you like PvP?
Oh, it's coming. Oh, it's fucking coming.
I'm looking forward to that because Sasha was actually made as a combat character.
But yeah. So for the story, for personal character arcs, did it go where you expected it? I know we all have a hand in playing it and suggesting things, but did you think the arc went where you thought? You know, your characters definitely changed from like session one, you know, like getting to know the characters, you know, having them like in their comfort zones with each one of you, and then, you know, push clearly out of your comfort zones like early on.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did it go for you? How do you think it went? Did you expect it? Was there any unforeseen changes?
Well, I mean, at least for Rolando, I didn't expect it to get to the point where we would really delve into what would be, you know, his desire, which is to, you know, to find out what happened to his sire. You know, I would expect that to come a little further on down the line, you know, once we get a little, you know, further into, you know, the whatever shenanigans. And I think, you know, you know, having Alex as the person that would be finding that out or working towards that along with, you know, the rest of the coterie, I really kind of expected that not to really come to, you know, to a even a bubble, you know, at this point. It's like just not yet. But in regards to presenting making it a very apparent what Rolando has to lose. Yeah, I mean, very early on that, like, we knew, like, okay, things are really, I mean, yeah, that comfort zone was very narrow. It was like, we went right out of it, you know? So, and, you know, to allude to, you know, what you were mentioning before about, you know, perhaps other characters coming in that are going to be, you know, antagonists. So, yeah, we know it's coming. And, you know, what was relayed to us in the game with the meeting that Sasha had with, I forget his name, the douchebag.
Ferguson.
Was that?
Ferguson.
Ferguson, that's it.
Was
Yeah,
accurate.
yes. That's right. He was Toreador, right? So, yeah. So, yeah. So
the douchebag.
Yeah, the douchebag.
You know,
so yeah. So we know, like, there's some stuff that's along with the unsettling events that are happening with, you know, the ghosts and everything. There is still in like real life political stuff that is going to start making its way, and for all we know, it has something to do with why Sue is gone, and why our Nasi buddy decided, like, yeah, I'm out of here too. So yeah, so at least for Rolando, he stepped into it real quick.
Well, James.
Well, I mean, the cult nature was a lot more intense than I thought it would be. I thought this would be formative, not, well, it's going to start now. That was the vest, like, oh no. I was like, I thought this would be a slow ramp. Nope, chugga chugga, immediately on the ramp. Needed to start ghoulifying people almost immediately.
It's like,
And had plot not dictated, probably would have been a few ghouls.
oh my god.
Making ghouls is terrible. You should never strip someone of free will.
He wouldn't be stripping them of free will. He wouldn't make them drink directly from the tap. He just wants to give them power.
He wouldn't be stripping them. He'd just be going for the gold. Sasha doesn't care about outfits.
No. He does not want to fuck any of his followers. He has at least that moral level. It's just like, ooh, power dynamic, wrong.
No, just watching Sasha with, there's character insight with Alex, and then there's also, because we were playing these games at the same time, now and again, I fall into Moira brain and watching Sasha, and I'm just like, honey, why? Why are you like this? But Moira would handle it a lot more delicately than Alex will. So, overall, yeah, unfortunately, I think I ended up with a character that was slightly more of a fish out of water than initially expected. We're just like, man, I'm not even supposed to be here. Look, most of my nights is involved. I deal with people who are really grumpy at their partners. I follow their partners and watch them bang other people. I take photos. I give it back to them. I get paid. That's the extent of my life. Yeah. Occasionally I get, like, corporate espionage or,
and helping out your hotel peeps.
Yeah, right. And then, now and again, people that I like and or care about deal with nonsense, and I solve the problem. Because, it's like, look, no, I don't faff around with this. Like, no. If somebody's being a problem, I deal with it. And then it's gone. Hopefully I don't have to put, people in the dirt. But, there's that whole situation where I'm like, the nice thing, at least about Lynn's position, is it's a lot less of a drive to get to the woods.
Yes.
I don't have the fun of being in the Cleveland area where there's massive abandoned industrial parks with, places you could just leave a body and no one would know or care. But, the woods is helpful. The trees are my friends, right?
I think comparing everybody's arc to a pool, season 1 definitely dipped in everybody's toe to get a feeling of each character. And even though you didn't find out too much about each character's in-depth stuff yet, you got the primary problem, which is the disappearances in Lynn. And then you got the secondary that's panned off of that, which is the Camarilla is taking notice because it's becoming a more public ordeal. And then you're finding out what a coterie is really about, because beforehand, in the first 2 to 3 sessions, it's more the kindred knew who each other were, but it wasn't a constant coterie thing to survive. Like, Rolando had his thing, Alex had her thing, Sasha had his thing, and if they had to come together for something, they would. They're not ultimately depending on each other for survival until an event happens that they have to. So that first season was basically getting the main point across, introducing characters, and then slowly seeing the convergence of, for some reason, these 3 are sticking together more because they're finding out that shit is popping off. So it's either they come together and learn to work together as a group on a regular basis, or it's going to get far worse. And then hopefully for season 2, that's when the entire foot is going to go into the water as far as serious arc points. But I think a primary got touched on specifically with Sasha as far as the implication of impersonation at the college, and then at the tail end of the cliffhanger of who pushed Sasha off, since it was on the campus. So it's a start.
Also, kudos on your little cult girlfriend on not being a narc.
Culty girlfriends.
I really hope that she is not attracted to me. That is going to be a no, this will not work.
Oh no! I
taste of your
player-wise
own
understand
medicine.
that. Alex as a character is like, look, the only vibe that Sasha shows up to me in is horny, so she just assumes that's how he is with everybody.
Oh yeah, I know. I just have to be like, oh no, the moment Mike dropped that, I was like, no.
Yeah, wouldn't it be terrible if someone were to be horny towards you 24/7?
Right? Wouldn't it be terrible if you could potentially get into a somewhat consensual thing as opposed to an antagonistic?
That is a very terrible power dynamic. Even Sasha knows that's fucking bad.
I mean, you could just level the playing field.
Yeah.
Even then, that's still sire and childer.
I didn't say you had to sire her.
Yeah.
God damn.
You're right. Just implications as you jump down Alex's throat.
Oh yeah, who
I never
of the
said that.
vampires here should sire this person? Gangrel, angry owl woman, or Rolando, sweet cinnamon roll Hecata.
Sweet cinnamon roll.
Look, as far as vampires go, Rolando is a fucking peach.
What war crimes has he committed? None
You
as
know,
compared to anybody.
Speaking
I'm
of which
happy.
family is Orlando?
He is Sunday.
Aw.
Yeah.
Cinnamon
Okay,
roll.
then like the
Cinnamon
Nazi
roll.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Your cinnamon roll interpretation when you really get to dive into Rolando's shit.
Yeah,
Look.
I mean,
See how sweet he is after.
the one thing that that did happen the same in Shadows over Salem and Blood and Jazz, as far as Lou the player is concerned, neither of my characters ever got past 2 hunger. So
Lucky.
at any point, so I never had to feed, in either game for a season.
Wow.
You didn't have to. You chose not to, and you
but it didn't get to the point where I needed to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was about to say, Blood and
Speaking
Jazz.
of Blood and Jazz, it might have to be a cumulative each night that you don't, like each night you don't feed, you have to roll like compound blood dice. So the first night you don't feed, it's 1. Second night it's 2. Third night it's 4.
I
Well, to
suffered
be
enough.
fair,
I
for
suffered enough.
a
What?
house rule I have, I do make people do multiple rouse checks, so it is more of an opportunity to up that, because I think it's a little more realistic.
Yeah, I agree.
That's fair.
Yeah, I was about to say, I know that at the end of the Blood and Jazz season, I fucked up. Max shouldn't have actually failed his last hunger roll because he's at 8 humanity. I forgot I had an extra reroll.
You live.
Yep, shit
You
happens.
live and you learn.
I'm earning my Gangrel cred.
Bound familiar.
Look,
Uh,
he's a good boy.
yeah. Anything else you want to add?
I, as a player and somebody who does storytelling and writes about World of Darkness meta plot regularly, the implications on either the occult cult or Second Inquisition stuff, I'm very just like, give me, I want it. Alex doesn't want it fucking at all, but
Yeah.
I, as a player, I'm just like, I as much as I do enjoy vampire politics and stuff, the fact that at least in the 5th edition, the politics has expanded in very new and interesting ways that I'm like, I want more of this to exist, please. I'm very excited. All of my paranoid years of researching various government organizations might actually come into use at a table for fucking once. So, hell yeah. Just, I just have to be afraid of alphabet organizations. It's fine. This is fine. On top of Chase, you and your little fucking... I'm excited for things we have planned for season 2. I'm also, as a player, mildly terrified because Chase is a competent player. And I'm like, shit. I actually have to really think about what the fuck I'm doing. God damn it.
Only thing I want to end on is we brought it up. The relationship between fucking Sasha and Alex, that is out of character, consensual. We respect each other as human beings. Don't actually do that to people in real life.
Yeah.
This is a commentary.
Oh, yeah. How do I explain this? I think it's interesting to have stories where characters do have some antagonism, even if you're supposed to be getting along. Because if everybody just gets along and there's no problems, I just find that boring. But
yeah,
I definitely would recommend talking with people about that ahead of time. Because
absolutely,
there's a lot of stressors at a table that I'm comfortable at dealing with that I know would absolutely ruin the fun for other players. So I was like, yeah, no, you can come for my throne at the table. That's fine. I'm super down for it. But yeah, there's lots of people that are just like, look, I just want to vibe. My life is terrible. I just want to vibe. And I'm like, you know what? That's fair. You should vibe.
I think the three of you vibe quite well.
Yes, I like to think we get along well. I mean, I'm shocked. Okay, thing I was surprised about over the course of the story arc is, at least with the way Lou played Rolando, Alex is at a point where she's like, I think I actually respect this kindred, because usually vampires she has minimal to no respect for. Because almost every one of them treats her like shit actively. Or in a way that she deems to be very disrespectful. So she's just like, if Rolando wasn't so chill with her, I actively would have been like, okay, she's going to Boston. She's leaving. Just gone. Just this is bullshit.
Take your chances with the Camarilla, huh?
Yeah, well, it's that's an enemy I know and I'm aware of and I can maneuver around. These fuckers that are showing up in Lynn, I don't know anything about. These fuckers, I don't know.
These sons of bitches.
These sons of bitches.
Yeah, you can always drive south.
You can always drive south.
Do you want this level? Do you want Max to deal with this?
It's just a suggestion.
one of Max's goth girlfriends.
No.
Paid by Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Gross.
Of the jokes that we have said with Max, I don't think. No, I think there'd be a respectful. Oh, you can actually do surveillance with your living eyes. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and did take the Storyteller's fault of people just forget about Alex all the time.
That's great.
Which
Max would vastly appreciate that. Might
low-key be some social commentary, but that's just me being an asshole, so.
Hell yeah.
I have a question for James then. James, what is Max's reach outside of New Orleans?
Quite.
Quite what?
Quite far.
Quite short.
Do you want to use it right now? You want to flex that right now?
Do you really want to flex
full of girth?
I mean, I can go find 9d10 and roll.
I understand that, but you do know that if Max fucks around hard enough, I potentially have another character I have to throw into this Max.
I was going to say right now you're under a lot of scrutiny from something worse than alphabet organizations.
Yeah, no. There'd be viewing, but he wouldn't fucking be doing anything. He'd just be like, what the fuck is going on? Literally, that would just turn into the Blood and Jazz crew being like, there's a problem up in Lynn.
Technomancers.
Oh, yeah. Fuck that.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Second Inquisition are scary. Technomancers are way worse.
But
what if they work together?
Yeah, what if they work together?
What if they were always working together?
No.
I have the Project Twilight book.
No, I know. We're working on the scripts. I know.
But yeah, I
No.
just wanted to say that we're going to be going reevaluating how we put out content. So it may not be as consistent, but we're going to take some extra time and maybe do it by seasons, have an on and off season, and give a probably even better quality content. So
yeah,
just something to think about for the future. But yeah, we can use the rest of this time. We could spend some more time on Lynn, or we can talk about upcoming projects, or just vamp about all of the Storytellers content and Storytellers Vault.
We could also talk about Odd Duck Dice.
Yeah, and Odd Duck Dice.
I did have one question before we jump off of Lynn. What was everybody's favorite scene? And this is including for Chase out of season 1.
I don't know. I think the scene in the hotel room with Robert, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that was funny. And well, that I mean, and tying into them going to the cult shop and juggling and seeing ghosts and all that whole ride was really fun.
If I had a scene that I wanted to pick as a favorite, it was the scene where Sasha spills the beans on his kindredness to Gabby. That one took me by surprise. I was like, "Oh shit, we're going there."
Oh yeah, by the way.
All right.
That scene is happening, and then Lou and I are just quietly in our cameras, just like, this motherfucker, you bitch.
Mm-hmm. The second you've been outed twice. You're 2 for 2 now.
Hey, he hasn't been outed yet. He hasn't confronted that individual, so that doesn't count. He's just been like, nope.
What are you talking about?
Exactly. In your game.
No, in my game, Shas totally told. She was like, "Oh yeah, he's
yeah, I forgot that she was just like, fuck anonymity." I'm like, God damn it, Lacey. You are not good at secrets.
No, she's not.
No, she's so bad.
She's been consistent. Doesn't want to lie.
Do you understand how much fucking 4D chess I am having to play in that game to counteract the fact that I'm like, okay, Lacey's gonna say her piece regardless of what anybody says, so I need to plan around that.
I need to hold certain things close to the chest. I really love the fucking Sasha and Rolando trying to investigate the crash scene and seeing what happened afterwards, and just Sasha trying to explain to fucking Rolando just by the way, I'm an immigrant and this is potentially not immigrant friendly country.
Massachusetts is not that bad.
It's not fully the best, but
no.
if I hear Sasha, if I hear
not known for the French, let's put it that way.
Make America great again. I am leaving.
Yeah, Sasha, you're French. It'll be fine. Americans find that charming.
That's why it's called "We Love Sasha." We. We.
But no, the you guys having the buddy investigation scene was very good.
I actually really liked.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I really liked the first scene with Alex, the hotel scene. I thought that was really rad.
And out of the toilet.
It 100% was. It set up their character. It gave us insight into who they are, what they do. Just it pretty much could have been an encapsulation of, oh, you don't know this character? Boom, perfect setup. Here you go.
Yeah. Which I also want to apologize for you guys having to Scooby Squad by yourselves, because fun fact, everybody, I got COVID in the middle of filming this. So the episode before that, I had COVID and I was trying my best to power through. And I just hit a wall and I was like, I fucking can't. Like, it physically hurt to sit at that point. And I was like, guys, I literally have to tap. I am so sorry. So.
And it worked.
I appreciate everybody for being accommodating and understanding of us living in plague times and get your fucking shots. Anyways,
Wear your fucking masks.
I think that's we did 2 in a row also.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were trying to do 2 in a row and it would have worked out great. But I had the plague. So
It's all right.
You did your best.
Which I appreciate everybody again. But yeah, I think my favorite scene was the scene where we ended up all bickering in Rolando's kitchen.
Oh god.
For an extended period of time. Because one, it gave very I don't know if anybody else here has read or seen Death of Stalin. It gave a lot of that energy where it's like we're all technically working on the same goal, but we all have slightly different goals, and we're all just like
it's all compartmentalized. Just
fucking it's all compartmentalized and butting heads, and I appreciated having the opportunity to mildly call Sasha out on their shit. Because look, Sasha has this thing about, you know, like freedom, and look, you have this thing, you've played Sasha to have this thing about having freedom and da 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 da. But Alex is flat out like, okay, cool, so you are horny at me all the time, but not Rolando. And your logic reason is because Rolando has a partner, so that means I don't count for getting respect unless I'm tethered to another person.
What? You're right. Yeah, it's bullshit.
Yeah, flat out was just like, fuck you. Absolutely go fuck yourself. Like your whole ideology just does not pass her vibe check. And she's just like, But understands that we roughly have the same goals of like, fuck the Camarilla.
Yeah.
She does not like your methodology. And she thinks it's more of a narcissistic pursuit as opposed to actually giving a fuck about the movement. So she's just kind of like, I can only trust the Setite as far as I can throw him. And I can throw him pretty far, but not that far.
Yeah, Rolando went into that scene with, I think with a bit of, based on willpower, I guess, rolls. I think it was, composure rolls. That I was upset at Sasha for, for the vandalism that took place at the cemetery. So he went into it a little heated anyway.
Everybody's angry at Sasha. You told him to run, and Rolando never warned us about ghosts.
That's true. Alex is still a little salty about that. Just like,
to be fair, you really don't hang out at the cemetery anyway.
No. Here's the thing. We have backstory information, and I'm happy to go into it on season 2 more. But because Alex has done the investigation stuff for Rolando, specifically to find their sire, and I'm goddamn good at my job, and I have let them, as a courtesy, set every time we've met. And from what Lou said, we've met in that cemetery. So this is not the first time. This is the, like, 3rd, 4th, 5th time she's met with him in there, and she's like, I am doing you a solid. And I have been more than respectful of your personal privacy and your space. And you couldn't at any point go, even if you don't tell me it's ghosts and all of your bullshit, you could have at least done me the solid respect of like, hey, things are a little dangerous here. Maybe don't do X, Y, and Z. Didn't even do that. Didn't even.
I mean, this is true. Because normally the cemetery is not volatile place, it's just kind of like, all right, there's spirits here, but none of them are like angry about being here, or like there's not this uprising of spirits. It's
now
just
that
night, that night, and probably every night going forward until whatever is resolved. Then this is going to be this is what Lynn is building up to for whatever reason. So. That's just another thing that is upsetting him, because he doesn't feel comfortable with the thought of there being all these spirits that are basically like angry and looking to hurt the living. So yeah. I mean, he could have said something in particular for that night, like, "Hey guys, going into this is a little," but not for nothing. We all did meet there like separately under a different reason. Like, we had a goal in mind, so it wasn't like, oh, and by the way, just me walking from the car to the crypt, I saw an unusually high amount of activity. So yeah, maybe let's speed this up, and let's get out of here. It was like kind of took him by surprise. He wasn't expecting what he got.
I would say a little bit of devil's advocate on Orlando's portion also. One, spirits aren't used to the living interacting with them. And when you have someone from the living that makes active eye contact with you, or when they observe someone with Rolando's talents on a regular basis, attempting to contact and communicate and interact, that individual is going to stand out more than Alex or Sasha. So on Orlando's end, I can also see why he didn't pipe up and go, "Oh, this place is fucking dangerous," because he knows you two aren't actively going there to interact with them. You're going there for specific purposes.
Yeah, that's fine. But this is also the equivalent, at least in Alex's head, of like, hey, so I'm going into a club where there is potentially an altercation. The odds of it are very low, and the people that would cause the altercation are not anybody I'm necessarily fucking with, but an altercation might happen.
Yeah.
It would seem, for the safety of the group, to go, hey, there is a not zero, it's very low, but a not 0% chance things are going to go sideways.
Well, you could say that literally walking out of your front door at any point in time.
I know. I just like, look, I
was a test moment.
You'd be like, hey, bro, there's ghosts here. They probably won't attack you, but
I've done that though. I've done that. Maybe it's just because I come from a culture of people that deal with like fae and spooky shit. Mm-hmm. And we just know to be like, hey, if you're going to a place where there's fae or spooky shit, you just, not to freak anybody out, just be like, hey, don't touch that. And then you just go about your day.
So it's very ironic that you bring up that point, because one of my favorite scenes actually involves something that's fae related, when the group encountered the Spanish cold iron, and then the scene that had Rolando have the vision of things that could or could not be taking place at a different point in the United States at a different point in time.
Yeah, it has no ties to anything else going on in our stories. Not at all.
Nope.
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 World of darkness.
How did you feel about that scene, Chase?
I thought it was fun. We need to chat and iron it out and maybe what chats with some things from the past that maybe happened or the future. Who knows? But yeah.
No, that's great. Alex doesn't know fuck all about the occult, so she's just kind of like, is it gonna kill me?
Dude,
okay.
What the fuck you looking at?
Moira brain kicked off and was just like, I have enough on my plate. Stop it.
Can we not?
I have enough problems. Stop it. But it's fine. It's great.
So duly noted. At some point or other, Rolando is going to tell Alex, just by being around me, there is always a percentage that the ghosts are going to fuck with us.
Okay.
Yeah. All the time.
And
yeah,
we can have the talk about, Alex's whole like, yeah, I'm in trouble with the camp. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. My sire might be a problem. He's not gonna show up. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, Sasha's still mid falling, so we can figure out what's gonna happen after that.
The other scene was when the other two found out from Sasha that Sasha got contacted by the Camarilla.
Yeah.
That was definitely one of my favorite reactions. Like,
why did you not tell us? Fuck you. Alex, are you in trouble? No, fuck
it's been how many days? What?
Why did you not tell us?
That
I wasn't
was the
paying
big
attention when he was talking. just Sasha. I wasn't listening. He was saying
Fuck
stuff,
him.
and I
What a
just didn't
douche.
care. Fuck consequences.
And that also took place. That conversation or that being brought up took place in the kitchen scene, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it
Yeah.
was just
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
We just unloaded all the baggage, you know, all
the tea.
Yeah.
It's fine.
All
It's
the
fine. We're
tea.
fine.
All
It's
the
fine.
Boston tea was spilt.
I maybe between seasons need to work on figuring out if the Gangrel can get off Eastgate. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they can. So that's another thing. Yeah. You can not hyper focus on your like whatever is your clan in clan disciplines.
Oh, no. It's one of those, like, I know mechanics wise I can get it. It is just as a character, can I get it?
Even if you so I know like drinking another vampire's blood that have the discipline can bring it up to you, but in V5 the hunger, the dyscratias and humors, if someone is super like melancholy, I believe is the flavor. Yeah.
Oh no, for sure. I just as a player don't want to overstep and abuse the fact that I'm like, I know how a lot of the rules are in the game, but I also don't want to like absolutely steamroll and, you know, be disrespectful of Mike's game, because I've enjoyed the story a lot and I'm engaged and I want to yes and what the fuck they're trying to give us.
You do what you gotta do.
Don't tell me that. I'm playing a character that will murder.
Because I'm a very improvisational storyteller. So whatever you three come up with and however you three walk through, there is a beginning and an end. You're just telling the story in between.
Cool. Because, you know,
whatever choice you make in there, it's on you.
I'm just saying, I think it'd be funny if people in the Camry are just like, oh, we're gonna fuck with Rolando's shop, and then just this scary flannel wearing ginger just shows up out of nowhere and is like, the fuck you are. I've decided I like this one. Fuck off.
So plot twist. Max is actually Alex's sire.
No, absolutely not.
God, no.
No.
You were actually a SETI all along?
No, Max, not Sasha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, Max. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Max would want to embrace anybody.
Holy shit. It was a crime of passion.
Maybe later on down the line, but definitely no. It would just be like, well, this sex worker that I screwed, yeah, sure, I'm gonna turn her after I've done a terrible thing. No, Max would just be like, no, get away.
I mean,
stop it.
Where were you turned, Alex? The
Ohio.
Deep South.
Oh, see, there's a problem. Max would never be Ohio.
I'm from the Eldritch state of Ohio.
Max.
Look, I know people say Lovecraft Country is New England. I swear to God, it's actually just Ohio.
It's Sabat ran Ohio.
Yup. Yeah.
No, that's bueno.
I mean, oh God. Honestly, yeah, no. I think for Max's sake, no, probably should not be doing that.
No. Just be like, how the fuck did this happen? No. Honestly, I think his first reaction would be like, I had a child there and I just didn't teach her. Oof, I feel bad.
I mean, that's Gangrel tradition, honestly.
Yeah,
I know it's Gangrel tradition.
One of the oldest traditions.
Yeah, actually,
that's definitely not what Max would do.
Alex's sire fucked up by teaching her some stuff. Not a fuck ton, but enough to not be dead.
Yeah, fine.
I'm so sorry, guys.
No, you're fine.
And I had it all thought out. It was, like, it was Max. He was like, his Silicon Valley stocks took a nosedive. He had a bad night. He did some ash. He doesn't remember. He sires this.
Ash.
Sires this childer, and then wakes up the next day, and she's
had a rough
gone.
night.
The regretties.
Well, actually, I thought it got brought up in Blood and Jazz. Max only has money now because he's been stealing from crypto bros.
Yeah, so you lost all
Like,
your
That's
money
why
in
I
the tech.
said.
Yeah, you lost all your money initially in the tech.com bust of the 90s, and then you've been scraping by, and then you're like, wait a second.
Well, no. I mean, him having money is a recent thing because he didn't give a shit about money. He had enough to get by, and then when he was like, wait, I can do an eco crime and get a fuckload of rich. I mean, okay.
And then just pays Alex in a crypto account.
Yeah. And Alex is not getting an e-wallet. Fuck you.
Yeah, no.
That's
the most likely
means,
anybody
that means I would have to owe money to the IRS. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck.
Off the grid.
The
Off
real
grid.
villains.
No real villains in all this.
Hey, shout out to the syndicate.
Fuck the ivory tower.
Fuck the tower.
Yeah, there's a
You owe $4 grand.
There's Camarilla IRS.
There probably is Camarilla IRS.
The next installment of
What should be-
Lagniappe.
Watch the Camarilla IRS be run by the fucking Malkavians. Like, you literally can't hide your
it's
money.
not. It's definitely
No,
not
it would
true.
be the Ventro.
It definitely.
They would be that anal about fucking money.
Yeah.
It's either that or it's that
100%.
Hecata family that's
I'm just
the
saying.
bankers.
I'm just saying, it's run by the Venture, but a bunch of, like, mid-management Malkavians that are just like,
The call team would be the Malkavians.
Yeah. they're just like, look, a lot of them have OCD. And a lot of them can use Auspex to, like, find all the secret accounts.
I think Malkavian workers for sure, because I think that they're competent.
Mhm.
I don't think it would be Malkavians as middle management. I think that would be like the venture that really couldn't like make it on their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the people that go and seize your asset are like
Gimme bitches.
fucking
Yeah,
Shock
and then
Trooper,
this-
Tremere, and Nosferatus.
Silent shareholders would be Tremere for sure.
Yeah.
Very silent.
Oh god, did we just come up with a whole chronicle? It's like, hi, we work for the tower.
Dun,
We're the ones
dun,
that handle the
dun.
accounts.
The
That's
next
awful. That's
Chronicle is
awful.
gonna be called April
just,
15th.
that I would love to play that Malkavian. Just I do not control the hyperfixation; it controls me.
Mm-hmm. Oh god. Okay, we'll track that on the board of things to possibly.
I'm gonna create April 15th. I'm writing it down right now.
Okay. Oh god, we're calling it April.
Sure.
God fucking damn it.
Oh no, it's gonna be a fucking novel. God damn you, Lou.
God fucking damn it. Or what you could do, just call it the Ides of March. It's funnier.
We didn't
'cause it has
know.
Roman
We
ties.
we run it on tax day
Yes.
when your taxes are due.
That's it.
There is no alcohol in my coffee, guys. This is sober
Yeah, no,
Sarah.
me either.
This
I'm
is sober
doing
Sarah.
it.
I'm so
I-
sorry.
I know what your office setup is. You have the option for it.
Oh yeah, no, absinthe is within arm's reach. I could do it. It's possible, but
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
Well, what kind of absinthe is it?
It is absinthe d'ordinaire. It is from France.
We come from France.
Yes.
I'm still so baffled from the event we went to with Ice and Dice and met Mark. What's his last name again? I always forget. Rainhagen. It was a BOYB thing, and I, just as a gentleman, even though I don't consume any biological matter, brought Kraken rum. And Mark saw this and he's just like, I've never had this. And I'm like, Mark, how is that possible? How?
Look, it's fine. I mean, Kraken's solid.
It is pretty
it's a
good rum.
mid-tier shelf thing, but
It is pretty good.
Anyways, were there
I am
any
a rum
other
guy.
notes, current concerns, issues?
Unless anybody had any questions for me, since I've been
I
in
mean,
the witness protection program.
I have a
so-
lot of questions, but they're also all like in character
Anything that
problem
could be put
solving.
on camera.
But to say the only
Currently.
the only burning question I've had is that an act or is Gabby actually into Sasha? But I think you're saving that for
So
on-camera
a burning
shit.
question. They make a cream for that, and the act You definitely have to find out in season 2. However, much as I told Sarah, whatever actions you performed in character in season 1, that produced outcomes that happened in the story. So you have to scroll back in previous episodes to find out why.
I've done nothing wrong.
You've done absolutely nothing wrong.
Alex did no
needs some
crimes.
cream.
I have a dossier on Alex. Thank you.
Look, just because you're going to be playing my nemesis does not mean I actually have done anything wrong. I've done nothing wrong.
I'm looking.
Good luck catching me, bitch.
I don't need the luck.
You. Yeah, you do.
I've got the stats.
No.
No.
I gotta find a
Sasha's
good.
job.
I gotta find a good individual to play Ferguson too. So somebody takes care of
No, you don't. You
Sasha's
just need to
itch.
find a weapons grade piece of shit.
No.
Internet, I'm looking to you. You always provide me. You can't let me down on this one. You know.
We can put out a casting call like, hey, who wants to play somebody that's going to absolutely get under James's servos?
Yeah.
It's not going to get under my skin. I'm just going to be like, this is a bitch. This is a pompous piece of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, look at me in my traditional art. So good.
You say that. I think you keep forgetting that the Toreador do have access to celerity.
Yeah.
Oh, well, good for him. I have access to fucking bombs.
Yeah.
In game.
Sasha's got access to fuck all.
Look, if Sasha blows himself up, Alex is gonna be like, that clocks. That absolutely clocked.
The great thing is, if Sasha blows himself up, it's about a 70% chance they're gonna have a satchel over them. So when you find the corpse, it's gonna be covered in colors. It's full of fucking spray paint.
Yeah. Mike knows that those the ordinances are in with the paint
ordinances. Cans. That's where we're getting technical now.
Yeah.
The ordinances. He's your party member.
I know. Now, like, Alex Brain is coming back, and Alex Brain is just like, I could very easily convince him to get into a crate, and I could just put him somewhere.
Pull an angel on him, just stick him in the fucking ocean.
No, I'm not gonna stick him in the ocean. I'm just gonna put him somewhere so he can quietly think about what he's been doing.
Oh,
I'm up there for a couple weeks, and then
don't leave Sasha alone with his worst enemy, his own thoughts.
I know.
Yeah, it's spray paint.
Oh,
a mural inside this side box.
I thought his worst enemy was celibacy.
I mean, he hasn't fucked anybody in this show yet.
That you know.
Voluntary.
Sorry, guys. The Void has come to say hello.
Void.
Hello.
The four-legged Void.
Yes.
I think we need to do sponsorship shoutouts and outros.
Yes,
we're good.
Like, the Void is very excited for Odd Duck Dice, if you can hear on the mic.
You do love our Odd Duck Dice.
You heard the clicky clinks.
Click clacks.
Yeah. So make sure to check out our wonderful sponsor, Odd Duck Dice. They do custom dice and also have preset dice on their website. Like I said, custom inclusions, custom shapes. Talk with them. They are a pleasure, and may the odds be ever in your favor.
Support indie artists, because the economy is garbage, please. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, the Void is so pleased.
Outros.
I think we ever really did intros, but let's do the outro.
We didn't.
We did. We had
I ran through them quickly because I was excited to talk about the story. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'll go first. Hey, I am and will continue to be Lou Martinez, and I played Rolando in Shadows over Salem. If you want to catch us in another show there, it's Blood and Jazz, where I played Cedric. But if you tune in on Monday nights, I play a Pathfinder 2nd edition game where I play. Yeah, I'm not a halfling, guys. I'm not. I'm some sort of
quarterling.
I've been found out.
Oh,
But I play that game. We stream on Twitch at 8:30 on Monday nights. We are not. We don't have a game tomorrow, but we will be back the following week. So,
happy birthday,
yeah.
Dan.
Happy birthday to our DM, who is currently in Florida enjoying Star Wars World or whatever. So anyway, yeah. So tune in to that on Monday nights, and or check out some of my socials. It's at Lou Martinez on Twitter, or Mezcal_Luis_Martinez in Instagram. So thank you.
Hell yeah. Who's going
James,
next?
go.
Hi, I'm James the Lorebot. You can find me here playing Sasha, the absolute fucking menace. Or you can find me over on the other game, Blood and Jazz, playing Maximilian, who is a cinnamon roll that is not doing anything wrong. There's nothing wrong. Just, you know,
I was gonna say you're
he's a
just as
boy.
much of a menace as you liar.
Okay, let's be real. At
Mhm.
least he is respectful and he does things. He's very useful to the city at large. He's not a bad person. Either way,
Jury's out
moving
on that one.
Yeah, exactly. All right. And you can also find me over at Blank Bodies. We are a role-playing ooky and spooky podcast, which we preach consent in gaming and inclusion. We are here to try and get people into new gaming spaces that are outside of the toxic ones that most people are used to, that we will not name. You can find me on most places at Shaggy Fury. If you want to hit me up on Twitter, go for it. I will also say, because I've read them under the videos, vastly appreciate the comments about Sasha. Yes, I'm glad somebody's in my corner, that he is putting up with so much bullshit from the coterie.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
You should
Sasha's
read the
putting up with
comments on the
bullshit.
videos.
I'm sorry. For those of you just joining, this is a master class on gaslighting.
Read the comments. I was
Uh-huh.
doing things in my, he was doing things in his
wow.
life, then got called away, and then got yelled at for 2 hours straight.
Holy shit.
Oh shit.
That's amazing.
Oh, so
That is
this is the
amazing.
master
You know what?
class?
I'm pretty.
This is
How
the
much do we
master
all want to bet that was somebody in Sasha's cold?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
Mean.
if this is the master class, Cedric, somewhere in New Orleans, Cedric is like watching this on YouTube,
Cedric.
and he's going and he's taking notes, and he's like, "Oh, so you can be extra horny? All right,
Yeah.
Turn it up.
And then
There's
and
no
Cedric-
level to the horny."
and
Okay.
Cedric
Did you-
gets depressed because he sees his sire, like waving.
Oh.
I will say, I know we're still in outros, but I have a distinct feeling. I think it's weird that Max hates Cedric. I think Sasha would just be like, I'm gonna try to fuck this man, and I love this man.
So much fucking.
we all went
So
such
much
different
fucking.
directions between the two games.
Yep.
I know, we really did.
Right.
Max is just like, fuck this guy. Sasha would be like, he gets it. He gets it.
Yeah, because I'm just like, Cedric needs to be careful with the flirting, because Moira has a certain chain reaction that could happen that would be very dramatic and sad.
Say goodbye to the inside of the van.
He's being like, just a second, just come on over, it'll be fine, and just like, I'm Bada Hakim, sir. Please understand what you're getting.
You're not going to
into.
be able to
I'm Vanna
put
Hustab.
that van up on Craigslist afterwards.
I would rather not.
No.
But yeah. Hi, I'm Sarah. Pronouns, whatever. I've played or Alexis Moore for Shadows over Salem. I've thoroughly enjoyed that, and I appreciate Mike letting me have the space to play a character that I'm hoping will have some interesting social commentary. It was also a very decidedly dark character, and I'm just like, thank you for letting me do
And
that.
wonderful makeup.
Thank you.
Wonderful makeup job
Yeah.
by
Thank you.
everybody. And costuming.
Hell yeah. I spent most of the season wearing a camo print mesh shirt. I'm
don't-
trash.
I was
That
about to
was
say,
the
don't
easiest
belittle
part of your
that.
outfit.
It's not only camo print, it's neon.
It's
camo
neon
print.
camo. Because
It's
trash.
so good.
Anyways,
It's gotta
I am also one of the hosts and researcher for Blank Bodies podcast. We are currently in the middle of Tremere month. as of recording this. And so if you want more info on V5 and World of Darkness vampire lore, we have some deep dives on other clans and historical events and mechanics for the new system and all that shit. So we are on most streaming podcast platforms for that. So hell yeah. Cypress_Sumka is most of my socials, and I exist mostly on Twitter and TikTok. So hooray.
Very nice. I have been your storyteller, Michael Walsh, slowly crawling out of the hole. I'm not currently working on anything. However, you can find me here with these lovely individuals when we do come back with plenty of fantastic content at Lagniappe Gaming. You can also find me from time to time playing some superhero stuff, possibly some periodically smaller things over at Restless Barbarian Gaming. And hopefully some other upcoming smaller projects with collaborators here and there, interviews, round table discussions. Like Chase noted earlier, it will be turning into seasonal content, but everything in between, we're going to be putting that much more extra effort into. So everything that comes out to you fine individuals will be of a more upper tier of content that you might not find any place else. You could consider me the antisocial Ventru. I no longer commiserate on socials.
That's completely valid.
So you're acknowledging your Ancella status now publicly. That's what this is.
Yeah. You're getting closer to Los Sombra territory.
No, you can push me for the pencil pusher April 15th country that got stuck in the fucking office hiding in the corner.
God.
Like
I
a
feel
guy
like
from
we've
Office
birthed
Space
a
with the fucking
one-shot right
stapler.
now.
You know?
You know what? Get out your fucking dice.
That's my
Let's do it right
stapler.
now.
Oh, Jesus.
Do it right now,
Yeah.
cowards. Let's go.
Yeah. All fucking lift.
Who's left?
I think it's you.
Chase.
No, it's me. No, I'm joking.
Ooh.
Chase, Black Coffee Chase. Yeah, I probably don't exist. Read the Book of Nod, read Mage, 20th edition. Do your homework. Bye.
I'm trying to do my finals.
Bye.
Fuck you.